Living on the space station for 6 months at a time, you start to get a feel for living conditions and what you might like to see, or how well we've designed the living space on the space station. And overall, it's pretty comfortable. But the space station, of course, is very large. Any vehicle that you use to go to an asteroid, for example, or any trip that's 6 months to a year out, will be a little bit smaller, perhaps. So you need to take into account, when you design a living space, the total number of crew, and then how big is the vehicle. Because on space station, there is so much room. It's really amazing. You can find private space almost anywhere. And it's really important to have your own private crew quarter. I think that's one thing that we can establish as a fact that we've learned during space station. If you have your own private little closet, and it doesn't have to be that big, just a closet, a place for your sleeping bag, a place for your stuff, then that's 90% of the battle right there. Now on space station, we put a lot of them in the same module. I would prefer to see them spread out, but again, if you have a smaller vehicle, maybe you can't do that. So I think we kind of understand the importance of privacy, the importance of having your own space, a place to retreat and just gather your thoughts. Windows are important. We can discuss again if you're going to an asteroid or a distant body. How important is that? I think windows will always be important. You want to look outside. We haven't really optimized for radiation protection yet. And there were some designs at one time that had water storage in a tank that encompassed the whole vehicle, water being a good block for radiation, so perhaps that's a design that we can use to optimize the living conditions from the viewpoint of how much damage you're getting from radiation, because that really is our biggest problem with going to any far distance from the Earth, is the danger we have from radiation and how much it can hurt the astronauts and the crew. As far as the layout, we've done some things on the space station that aren't necessarily optimal. Back in the Russian segment, for example, we've got the crew quarters right by the table where the treadmill and the toilet is. And so really, how many of you have a toilet in your kitchen or a treadmill in your kitchen? So you really want to think about the functionality. So if somebody wants to run on the treadmill and other people want to eat, we can't do that in the Russian segment. And so I think when you design a living space, you need to think about, is the crew working in shifts? So if the crew's working in shifts, then you need to have some of these things separated. Or on station, for example, right now, with the addition of Node 3, they've been able to pick up all the exercise equipment and move it in there. So the exercise equipment and the toilet are kind of together, separated by a module from the galley, which is ideal. You really don't want all this equipment where people have to work on and who could be on slightly different schedules to just run into each other. So you need to think about the functionality of design. But overall, it's very comfortable on the space station. And I think we've learned a lot, and we've learned how to do things well in that design. You can always tweak, but it's pretty good.